Hi guys, welcome back to Econ Time with SK. So grab your notebooks, your favorite cup of coffee, and let's get started.
In this video, we will be looking at the concept of abnormal profit, normal profit, and economic loss in per unit terms instead of total terms. So usually when we calculate profit, we do total revenue minus total cost. Our aim now is to look at how we would be analyzing this in per unit terms. Why is this important? Because when you do graphical analysis, you don't deal with the total curves, you deal with the curves related to average concepts. All right, so let's see what we have here. Remember I said, hey, you know what? In total terms, profit occurs when maximum difference between total revenue and total cost, right? So basically, when I'm saying positive profit, it means total revenue minus total cost is more than zero. Okay, so abnormal profit, which basically means profit is more than zero, it is just TR minus TC is more than zero, what I wrote right now, and that means that TR is more than TC. Now, to get it in per unit terms, then all I need to do is divide TR by Q, divide TC by Q, and then remember TR by Q by definition is average revenue. So do you remember, like, average revenue is just TR by Q by definition. And then remember I showed you the total revenue is just P times Q divided by Q. So by definition, average revenue is nothing but price. So that's why here I can write average revenue as price. Okay. And on this other side, when TC is divided by Q, we get ATC. So that remains here. So when price is more than ATC, this is the same as saying profit is more than zero. This is just being expressed in per unit terms. So similarly, profit less than zero means TR is less than TC. Again, you take it to per unit terms and you get price is less than ATC. And when profit is equals to zero, your condition is P must be equals to ATC. Okay, this is what we are calling normal profit. Now let's interpret what each of these conditions in per unit terms actually means. So when profit is equal to zero, the firm exactly is the keyword. It covers its explicit cost, which means it covers the fixed cost and the variable cost, and it covers its implicit cost. Basically, what you'd be earning from the next best alternative that you have given up. Okay. So when there's abnormal profit, what we're saying is you're able to cover both your explicit cost and your implicit cost. And even after that, something extra is left over. And when there's an economic loss, essentially what we're saying is the firm actually fails to cover its explicit cost and its implicit cost. So I'd just like to point out, remember, explicit cost, explicit means basically visible. So this is going to show up in your accounting books. So explicit cost is basically cost of land, labor, capital, right? So cost of all factors of production. And that's why it's covering both the fixed costs, stuff like land and such, and it's also covering your variable costs, labor, raw materials, all of that. On the other hand, implicit cost, remember, is nothing but the opportunity cost of next best alternative. So implicit cost essentially going to be earnings from next best alternative foregone.
Alright guys, I shall see you in the next video. Take care. Bye.